Friends, you are heartily welcome to our channel. Do you sometimes find it difficult to do any work and keep postponing it? Do you want to leave your laziness behind and take complete control of your life? So, friends, get ready because today we are going on a journey that will change you from within. Today we will talk about the famous book Do It Today written by Darius Foroux. This book teaches us how we can make every day a new opportunity and take one more step toward our goals. Are you ready to say goodbye to your laziness forever and take complete control of your life? Then let's start this amazing journey together. Chapter 1. Say goodbye to procrastination. Have you ever postponed an important task just because you found it a little difficult? Or have you ever told yourself, I will do it tomorrow, even though you knew that maybe even tomorrow that work would not be done? Procrastination is like a wall between our dreams and our success. It is something we have all experienced at some point. Procrastination is not just a simple bad habit. It is a complex psychological process with many causes. One of the main reasons for procrastination is fear. We often put off our tasks due to the fear of failure, fear of criticism, or fear of change. This fear traps us in a protective bubble where we think delaying work will help us avoid painful consequences. But in reality, procrastination only increases our suffering and stress. Another reason is perfectionism. Many of us are perfectionists. We think that there is no point in starting a task unless everything is perfect. We keep postponing work in search of this perfection, and in the end we never get started. This trap of perfectionism leads to inactivity and leaves our dreams incomplete. The third reason is lack of motivation. When we do not find meaning or purpose in our work, we start procrastinating. The task seems daunting and we find no joy or excitement in doing it. Lack of motivation makes us inactive and apathetic, causing us to fall into the trap of procrastination. The fourth reason is distraction. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, TV, video games, and countless other things pull us away from our work. These distractions prevent us from focusing on our goals and make us procrastinate. There are other reasons for procrastination, such as lack of self-discipline, poor time management, and a negative mindset. But despite all these reasons, it is important to understand that procrastination is a habit that can be overcome. To do this, we need to train our minds and use the right techniques. To deal with procrastination, the first step is to accept that it is a problem. We need to face our fears and emotions and understand that procrastination is hindering our success. Taking responsibility for ourselves and taking action is the key to changing our lives. One of the best ways to overcome procrastination is to break our work into smaller tasks. When we look at a big task, it may seem overwhelming. But when we break it down into smaller parts, it becomes manageable and easier to start. Another important strategy is to set a fixed time for our work. By blocking time in our schedule, we can reduce the chances of procrastination and stay more dedicated to achieving our goals. To make our work enjoyable, we need to find ways to make it fun. When we enjoy our tasks, we are less likely to procrastinate. We can listen to music while working or reward ourselves after completing a task. These small motivators help us stay on track. We also need to stay motivated. Remembering our goals, visualizing our dreams, and surrounding ourselves with positive people who inspire us can help us stay focused and productive. Defeating procrastination is a continuous process. It requires constant effort, but we should never give up. When we overcome procrastination, we take control of our lives, achieve our goals, and live a happy and satisfying life. So, let's say goodbye to procrastination today and take a new step toward our dreams. Chapter 2. Increase your productivity. Have you ever wondered how some people get so much done in so little time while you seem to be far away from your goals even after working all day? It's all about productivity. Productivity means doing more work in less time, but it doesn't mean you have to work faster or do more work. It means you have to work smarter and make the most of your resources. Productivity is a skill that helps us use our time effectively so that we can achieve our goals and get more satisfaction in our lives. There are many ways to increase productivity, and a common factor in all of them is time management. Managing your time effectively, setting your priorities, and using your resources wisely is the key to increasing productivity. Steps to increase productivity. 1. Make a plan. We should make a plan for every day, every week, and every month. We should clearly define our goals and prepare a strategy to achieve them. When we make a plan, we can use our time better and avoid distractions. It also helps us ensure that we are focusing on our important tasks. 2. Prioritize tasks. We need to know which tasks are most important and focus on them first. We should postpone tasks that are not urgent or outsource tasks that we cannot do ourselves. Making a to-do list and prioritizing tasks helps ensure that we spend our time on the most important activities. 3. Use time wisely. We need to focus on activities that are most valuable and avoid activities that waste our time. We should not waste our time on things like social media, TV, and other entertainment. Instead, we should spend our time working towards our goals. 4. Organize your environment. A cluttered and dirty workspace can distract us and reduce our productivity. Keeping our workspace clean and organized helps us stay focused and feel more calm. 5. Avoid multitasking. When we multitask, we are not able to do any work well. We should focus on one task at a time and start another task only after completing the first one. This helps us work more efficiently. 6. Take breaks. We should not work continuously. Taking breaks in between helps us rest and refresh ourselves. Short breaks can maintain our concentration and prevent fatigue. We can go for a walk, meditate for a few minutes, or listen to music to recharge mentally and physically. 7. Stay healthy. Eating healthy food, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly makes us more energetic and productive. A healthy body improves both mental and physical abilities. 8. Track progress. Tracking our progress helps us see how far we have come towards our goals. When we see our progress, we get motivated and try harder to increase productivity. It also helps us identify areas where we need improvement. 9. Learn and adapt. We should always be ready to learn new ways and adopt new techniques. Increasing productivity is a continuous process, and we should keep improving our time management and working style. When we increase our productivity, we can live our lives more efficiently, effectively, and with satisfaction. So, let's start our productivity journey today and achieve our goals faster. Chapter 3. Find meaning in your work. Have you ever felt that you are just doing a job and nothing else? Have you ever wondered if the work you spend your day doing has some deeper meaning? This is a feeling that haunts many people, and it is a question that is very important for our lives. When we do not find meaning in our work, we feel frustrated and dissatisfied. We work just for money and do not experience real fulfillment. However, when we find meaning in our work, it becomes an important part of our lives. It motivates us and gives us a purpose. Finding meaning means doing something that matches our values, passions, and dreams. It can be something that excites, challenges, and gives us the opportunity to make a positive impact in the world. When we find meaning in our work, we no longer see it as just a job but as an opportunity to use our talents and fulfill our potential. It gives us a reason to wake up in the morning with excitement and dedication. Steps to find meaning in your work. 1. Know your values. What do you value most in life? Freedom, creativity, service, or something else? When you know your values, you can find work that aligns with them. 2. Find your passion. What do you enjoy doing the most? Writing, painting, helping people? When you find your passion, you can seek work that excites and motivates you. 3. Remember your dreams. What do you want to achieve in life? What kind of impact do you want to make? When you remember your dreams, you can find work that helps you achieve them. Sometimes, finding meaning in our work is not easy. We may have to step out of our comfort zone, try something new, or even change our career. But it is worth the effort. Finding meaning in work does not always mean doing what we love. Sometimes we have to do tasks that are challenging or uninteresting. But even in those, we can find meaning by learning, growing, and making a positive impact. Every job has something to teach us, and every experience helps us grow. When we see work as an opportunity instead of a burden, we feel happier, more satisfied, and more successful. So, let's start finding meaning in our work today and give our lives a new purpose. Chapter 4. The Real Mantra of Success. We all want to climb the ladder of success. But what is the real meaning of success and how can it be achieved? Success is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon. It means different things to different people. For some, success means wealth and fame, while for others, it may be personal growth, helping others, or fulfilling dreams. However, no matter how one defines success, certain principles are common among all successful people. There is no single magic mantra, but some fundamental principles help us move forward. The mantras of success. 1. Hard work. No one becomes successful overnight. Every successful person has worked hard for their achievements. They put in extra effort, stay dedicated, and never give up. Hard work is the foundation of success. 2. Patience. Success is a journey, not a destination. It takes time. We must stay committed to our goals and remain patient. Failures will happen, but learning from them and moving forward is key. 3. Right strategies. We need a plan to achieve our goals. We should know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. Regularly evaluating and adjusting our strategy helps us stay on track. 4. Positive mindset. Believing in ourselves is crucial. Challenges should be seen as opportunities and failures as learning experiences. A positive mindset motivates us and keeps us moving forward. 5. Continuous learning. The world is constantly changing and we must keep learning to stay ahead. Successful people always seek knowledge and self-improvement. Success is not just about reaching a goal, it is about the journey, growth, and impact we make along the way. By following these principles, we can achieve success in our own way and live a fulfilling life. So, let's start our journey toward success today. New skills and gaining new knowledge are essential. We have to always be at the forefront of our field, and we always have to strive to improve ourselves. Learning is a continuous process that helps us move forward. The sixth mantra for success is connecting with others. We have to build good relationships with others. We have to help others and we have to learn from others. When we connect with others, we are more motivated. We learn more. The more we succeed, the more successful we become. Building relationships with others plays a vital role in our success. Success is not just about achieving something for ourselves, it is also about inspiring others and making a positive impact in their lives. When we help others, we are more satisfied and happy. Success is a continuous journey, and we should enjoy every step. We should keep improving ourselves and we should keep helping others. We also have to remember that success can mean different things to everyone, and we should respect our own definition of success. So let's start today on the path to success and make our dreams come true. Chapter 5. Embrace fear and failure. Have you ever felt that fear is holding you back? It happens to all of us. Fear, which is the apprehension of danger or loss, is an emotion that can bind us to our limits and prevent us from reaching our full potential. Fear can stop us from starting something new, meeting someone new, or facing a challenge. Fear makes us passive and keeps us away from our dreams. But fear is not just a barrier. Fear is an emotion and we can control it. We can accept fear and we can turn it into our strength. The first step to embracing fear is to accept that it is a natural emotion. Everyone feels afraid at some point in time, and that is okay. Being afraid does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. It is important to understand that fear is a normal experience. The second step to embracing fear is to analyze the fear. You should try to understand what you are afraid of. Is it the fear of failure? Is it the fear of rejection? Or is it the fear of the unknown? When you understand your fear, you can make a plan to deal with it. Understanding your fear is the first step toward defeating it. The third step to embracing fear is to take small steps. You should not try to overcome all fears at once. You should gradually move out of your comfort zone and take on a new challenge every time. When you take small steps, you gain confidence and become capable of overcoming your fear. Taking small steps makes us believe in our abilities and gives us the courage to face fear. Failure is the other side of fear. We all fear failure. We think that failure is a sign that we are not good enough or that we are not worthy. But this is not true. Failure is a part of life. Everyone fails at some point. Failure is a necessary part of our growth, and we should look at it as a learning opportunity. The first step to embracing failure is to understand that failure is not a disaster. It is an opportunity to learn. When we fail, we get to know what we have done wrong and how we can avoid that mistake in the future. Failure gives us an opportunity to understand whether we need to change our approach. The second step to embracing failure is to analyze your failures. You should try to understand where you went wrong. Was it a flaw in your planning? Was it a flaw in your preparation? Or was it a flaw in your ability? When you analyze your failures, you learn from them. You can do better in the future. Analyzing our failures helps us identify our weak areas and gives us an opportunity to improve. The third step to embracing failure is to move forward. You should not give up after failure. You should learn from your mistakes and try again. Success is a journey, not a destination. There will be failures along the way, but we have to keep moving forward by learning from them. Failure makes us stronger and more dedicated to our goals. By embracing fear and failure, we can become more courageous, more resilient, and more successful. When we accept fear and learn from failure, we can achieve great success in our lives. So let's embrace fear and failure from today itself and take a step toward our dreams. Embracing fear and failure means that we are ready to live our lives to the fullest, no matter what challenges come our way. Invest in yourself. Do you know what the best investment you can make is? It is investing in yourself. We often invest in material things like houses, cars, and clothes, but we often forget to invest in ourselves. Remember, you are your most valuable asset. Investing in yourself means that you invest time, energy, and money in improving your knowledge, skills, and health. When you invest in yourself, you can make everything in your life better. You can be more successful and you can be more satisfied. Investing in yourself is essential for our growth and our happiness. One way to invest in yourself is by reading. Books are a storehouse of knowledge. They help us learn new things, provide us with new perspectives, and inspire us. We should read books regularly. We should read on topics of our interest and be open to learning new things. Reading enhances our mental abilities and helps us see the world from a new perspective. Another way to invest in ourselves is by learning. We should always be open to learning new skills. We should learn new software, a new language, or a new hobby. When we learn new skills, we become more competent and gain more opportunities. Learning helps us move ahead in our careers and makes us better individuals. The third way to invest in oneself is to travel. Traveling introduces us to new cultures and new people. It gives us a new perspective and shows us a new way of looking at the world. We should travel regularly and be open to new experiences. Traveling opens our minds and makes us more tolerant and understanding. The fourth way to invest in oneself is to find a mentor. A mentor is someone with more experience who can guide us, give us advice, and help us achieve our goals. We should find a mentor and learn from them. A mentor can show us the right direction and help us learn from our mistakes. The fifth way to invest in oneself is to take care of our health. We should eat healthy food, exercise regularly, and get enough sleep. When we are healthy, we are more energetic, more productive, and happier. Health is our greatest wealth and we need to take care of it. The sixth way to invest in ourselves is to take care of our mental health. We should meditate, do yoga, and find ways to reduce stress. When we are mentally healthy, we think more clearly, are more creative, and are more effective. Mental health is as important as our physical health and we need to take care of it. Investing in ourselves is a continuous process. It is something we should keep doing throughout our lives. When we invest in ourselves, we become better people, we become more successful, and we live a more satisfying life. So let's start investing in ourselves today and make our lives better. This investment is a great way to improve our lives. Chapter 7. Focus on the process, not the result. Have you ever forgotten to enjoy the journey while achieving a goal? We often focus only on the end result, how much money we will earn, how popular we will become, or how successful we will be. But the key to success is not in the result, it is in the process. When we focus only on the result, we become stressed and anxious and we fail to enjoy our efforts. This deprives us of the precious experience we gain during the process. Focusing on the process means improving a little every day. It means enjoying your work, learning from your mistakes, and constantly improving. When we focus on the process, we are more motivated, more productive, and more successful. We define our success not just by the end result but by every step along the way. The fifth step to process focus is to keep improving. We should never relax. We should always try to become better. We should always learn new skills and we should always find new ways. Continuous improvement helps us to become better, and it helps us to achieve our goals. When we focus on the process, we are more satisfied, we are happier, and we are more successful. We should remember that success is a journey, not a destination. We should enjoy the way. We should not be afraid of our mistakes and we should keep improving constantly. So, let us focus on the process from today itself and take a step toward our dreams. Focusing on the process helps us to live in the present, and it inspires us to enjoy every single moment. Chapter 8. Make good use of time. Time is a resource that we all have in equal amounts, but some people use it to the maximum while others waste it. Time is a precious gift and we should learn to use it properly. We often complain that we don't have time, but the truth is that we have as much time as every other person in the world. The only difference is how we use that time. Using time properly means spending it wisely and focusing on things that are important to us. It means not wasting time on useless things and using our time to achieve our goals. The first way to use time properly is to set our priorities. We should try to know which tasks are most important and we should focus on them first. We should postpone those tasks that are not urgent, and we should outsource those tasks that we cannot do ourselves. Setting our priorities helps us to spend our time on the most important tasks. The second way to use time properly is planning. We should plan our day, our week, and our month. We should set a fixed time for every task and we should follow our plan. When we plan, we are able to use our time better, and we also know that time tracking shows where we are wasting our time. The third way to use time properly is to manage time. We should know where we are spending our time and we should try to know how we can do it better. We can use time tracking apps, or we can simply write in a diary how we are spending our time. Managing time helps us to know our habits and use our time more efficiently. The fourth way to use time properly is to avoid distractions. Social media, emails, and other notifications can easily distract us. When we are working, we should put our phones on silent mode. We should turn off our notifications and we should reduce the noise around us. Avoiding distractions helps us to focus on our work, and it increases our productivity. The fifth way to use time properly is to avoid multitasking. When we multitask, we are not able to do any work well. We should focus on one task at a time, and we should do it properly to complete it. We should start another task only after completing one task at a time. Doing one task at a time helps us to work more efficiently. The sixth way to use time properly is to take time for ourselves. We should take some time to relax, refresh ourselves, and pursue our hobbies. When we take time for ourselves, we are more motivated, more productive, and happier. Taking time for ourselves recharges us and helps us to work more efficiently. Using time properly is a skill that can be learned. When we use our time properly, we can do more work in less time. We can achieve our goals faster and we can be more satisfied and happy. So, let us start using our time properly from today and make our life better. Using time properly helps us to live a more peaceful and purposeful life. Chapter 9. Adopt the right habits. Our habits are the invisible threads that weave our lives. They automate our daily actions, shape our thoughts and behavior, and help us achieve our goals. When we adopt good habits, we can live more successful, happier, and healthier lives. Our habits affect not only our personal lives but also our professional lives and relationships. That is why it is important to understand how crucial our habits are and how we can change them. To form the right habits, we must first identify our bad habits. This can be a challenging process because, many times, we are not aware of them. We have to closely observe our daily lives and identify the habits that are harming us or taking us away from our goals. To do this, we can write in a diary what we do and how we feel. Once we have identified our bad habits, we need to make a plan to change them. It is important to remember that changing habits takes time, effort, and patience. We also have to understand that failure is a part of the process and we should not give up. We must find ways to keep ourselves motivated and remember our goals. The second step to building the right habits is to set our goals. We have to know what good habits we want to build and we should make a specific plan for them. We also have to know when and where we will practice our habits. When our goals are clear, we feel more motivated and are more likely to succeed. We should keep our goals realistic so that we do not feel overwhelmed. The third step to building the right habits is to take small steps. We should not try to build too many good habits at once. We should start slowly and focus on one habit at a time. Once we have built one habit, we can start building a new one. By taking small steps, we gradually progress and are more likely to maintain our new habits. The fourth step to building the right habits is to be regular. We need to practice our good habits every day. When we stick to a routine, our habits become automatic and we don't have to put in much effort to follow them. Regularity is the key to forming habits and it helps us achieve our goals. We should remember that putting in a little effort every day can make a big difference. The fifth step to forming the right habits is to reward ourselves. We should reward ourselves when we accomplish our good habits. When we reward ourselves, we stay motivated and are more likely to continue them. Rewards provide extra motivation to maintain our good habits. Some of the good habits we can form include getting up early in the morning, exercising regularly, eating healthy food, drinking enough water, reading, writing, meditating, staying positive, helping people. All these habits help improve our physical and mental health. We should focus on forming habits that make our lives more purposeful and satisfying. Forming the right habits takes time and effort, but it is worth it. When we form good habits, we can make our lives much better. It is a journey that requires patience and dedication, but in the end, the results are always rewarding. We must remember that there is no time limit for forming good habits. We can start anytime. We must keep ourselves motivated and put in the effort to achieve our goals. Good habits give a new direction to our lives and help us become better individuals. Forming the right habits means living deliberately and consciously. It is a process through which we shape our lives on our own terms. It is a journey that allows us to achieve our goals and live a happy and satisfying life. We must remember that good habits provide a strong foundation for making our dreams come true. So, let's start forming good habits today and make our lives better. It is a decision that will benefit us for a lifetime. Chapter 10. Stop making excuses. Excuses are the biggest enemies of our dreams. They keep us in our comfort zone, help us hide from our fears, and prevent us from achieving our goals. When we make excuses, we avoid taking responsibility and fail to change our lives. Making excuses is a habit that takes us away from our goals and makes us frustrated and dissatisfied. We must understand that excuses exist only in our minds, and they prevent us from reaching our full potential. The biggest reason for making excuses is fear. We are afraid of failure, rejection, and the unknown. When we are afraid, we start making excuses and convince ourselves why we cannot do something. Fear prevents us from pursuing our dreams and forces us to live a limited life. We must learn to face our fears and muster the courage to move forward. Or we do not have the skills. We assume that we cannot succeed because of our circumstances. We have to understand that whatever we have is enough, and we can turn our shortcomings into our strengths. The third reason for making excuses is lack of confidence. We do not believe in ourselves and we think that we cannot achieve our goals. When we do not believe in ourselves, we give up and we stop trying. We have to learn to believe in ourselves and we have to have faith in our abilities. To stop making excuses, we first have to face our fears. We have to understand that fear is just an emotion, and we should not let it control our lives. We also have to understand that failure is just an experience, and we should see it as an opportunity to learn. Facing our fears makes us realize our strengths, and it motivates us to move forward. To stop making excuses, we have to stop thinking about our shortcomings. We have to understand what we can do with what we have. We have to be creative and resourceful to achieve our goals. Instead of focusing on our shortcomings, we should focus on our abilities. To stop making excuses, we have to start believing in ourselves. We have to believe that we can achieve our goals. We have to stay motivated, be patient, and never give up. Believing in ourselves gives us the strength to realize our dreams. Stopping making excuses is not easy, but it is necessary. When we stop making excuses, we start changing our lives. We start achieving our goals and we become more satisfied and happy. Stopping making excuses is an important step towards taking responsibility for our lives and achieving our goals. So, let's stop making excuses from today itself and take a step towards our dreams. This is a journey that helps us become better people. With this, friends, today we reach the end of this intense and transformative journey of Do It Today. Based on this inspirational book by Darius Foroux, together we learned how we can give up the habit of procrastination and make our dreams come true today. We understood how, by taking small steps every day, we can move towards our goals and live a meaningful and purposeful life. I hope that whatever we have learned through this audiobook will not be limited to just listening but will also guide your life. Remember that this knowledge is not just information, but the key to awakening the infinite power within you. It helps you understand how powerful you are and how much potential is hidden inside you. This audiobook teaches you how to overcome your laziness, increase your productivity, find meaning in your work, learn the secret to success, accept fear and failure, invest in yourself, focus on the process, use your time wisely, adopt the right habits, and stop making excuses. It also teaches you that you can improve every aspect of your life and live a happy and satisfied life. But most importantly, it teaches you that every day we have a new opportunity, and we should not let that opportunity go to waste. Now that you have finished listening to this audiobook, I want to make a request to you. Remember these principles. Reflect upon them and try to apply them in your daily life. Making small changes brings big changes. Take steps today to make your dreams come true. Overcome your laziness, increase your productivity, and work towards your goals. And always remember that you have immense power within you, and you can achieve whatever you want. Use this valuable resource of yours. Thank you for your time and for joining me on this journey. I hope you liked this audiobook, and it helped you understand how we can make our lives better and make our dreams come true. Apply this knowledge in your life and give a new direction to your life. If you like this audiobook, then like it. Do not forget to share it with your friends and family so that they can also benefit from this knowledge. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you keep getting more such inspirational and informative audiobooks. And yes, do tell us your feedback in the comments. Your thoughts and suggestions are very important to us and will help us to make even better audiobooks in the future. So, please give your opinion in the comments section. We will be back soon with another new audiobook. Till then, take care of yourself, keep learning, and always keep moving towards your goals. Remember, your dreams can come true. You just have to start today.